Most people get this wrong when they try to start a company in Croatia. They assume it is a quick online process where you just submit a form and start working immediately. But Croatia is part of the European Union legal system, and that means the process is structured, formal, and highly dependent on correct documentation. Here's the truth no one tells you up front. Starting a company in Croatia is actually very straightforward if you follow the exact legal steps in the right order. But if you miss even one detail, like the wrong company structure or incomplete notarization, your registration can be delayed or even rejected. Now here is exactly what you are going to learn in this video. You will understand how company formation in Croatia works in 2026, which legal structure is best for foreigners, the full step-by-step registration process, required documents, real costs, banking setup, tax rules, timelines, and the most common mistakes that slow people down. By the end, you will have a complete roadmap you can follow without confusion. And we are starting immediately with the most important decision. Because before anything else, you need to choose the right company structure. Now here is where most beginners fail. They pick a structure without understanding taxes, liability, and long-term flexibility. In Croatia, the most common and practical company structure for foreigners is called a d.o.o., which stands for Društvo s ograničenom odgovornošću. You don't need to remember the full name. Just think of it as Croatia's version of a limited liability company. It works like an LLC in the United States or a private limited company in the UK. The main advantage is protection. Your personal assets are generally separated from business liabilities. Now here's where it gets interesting. There is also a simpler structure called JDOO, which stands for a simple limited company. This option has a lower initial capital requirement, but it comes with restrictions and long-term limitations. So here's a simple way to think about it. If you are testing a small idea or starting with minimal budget, JDOO might look attractive. But if you are building a serious business, working with EU clients, or planning to scale, DOO is the safer and more professional choice. Now let's move into something very important. To start a DOO in Croatia, you need minimum share capital. The standard requirement is €2,500. This is not a fee. This is company capital. It belongs to the business and can be used for operations after registration. Now here's a detail most beginners misunderstand. You do need to deposit this capital into a bank account during the formation process. Without proof of deposit, your company cannot be fully registered. Now here's a curiosity loop for you. In a minute, I will show you the exact step-by-step process that determines whether your company is approved in a few days or gets stuck in legal processing for weeks. But first, let's answer a very important question. Can foreigners start a company in Croatia? The answer is yes. Foreigners can fully own a Croatian company. You do not need Croatian citizenship. You do not even need residency in many cases. But here's the catch. You must have a registered business address in Croatia. This is a legal requirement. Your company must have an official address where government institutions can send correspondence. Now here's what many people don't realize. You do not need to rent a physical office. Many providers offer registered office services, which legally allow you to use their address for company formation. But here's the important detail. That address is not just a formality. It is legally active. Tax authorities, courts, and public institutions will use it for official communication. So reliability matters more than price. Now let's talk about company management. A Croatian DOO must have at least one director. This person is responsible for the legal operation of the company. A foreigner can be a director, but in some cases, banks and tax authorities may require additional verification depending on residency status. Now here's where things start to become more structured. Company formation in Croatia is not just one step. It is a sequence of legal actions involving notary, court registration, tax registration, and banking setup. And in a minute, I will break down that entire sequence so you understand exactly how everything connects. But first, let's talk about the documents you need. You will need Articles of Association. This document defines ownership structure, company activities, share distribution, and management rules. It must follow Croatian legal formatting, and is usually prepared with legal assistance. You will also need identification documents like a passport, proof of address, and in some cases certified translations depending on your country of origin. Now here's where most beginners make a critical mistake. They underestimate document preparation. In Croatia, even small inconsistencies in documents can delay registration significantly. Now let's move into the step-by-step process. Step 1 is choosing and reserving your company name. Your company name must be unique and not already registered in Croatia. It also must follow naming rules, meaning it cannot be misleading or conflict with existing trademarks. Now here's a retention moment. The next step is where most delays actually happen, not because of complexity, but because of legal formatting requirements. Step 2 is drafting the founding documents. This includes the Articles of Association. It defines shareholders, ownership percentages, business activities, and management structure. Now here's where it becomes important. In Croatia, these documents must be notarized. That means you must sign them in front of a notary public. The notary ensures everything is legally valid. If this step is incorrect or incomplete, the entire process gets delayed. Step 3 is opening a temporary bank account and depositing share capital. The bank issues a certificate confirming that the capital has been deposited. Now here's where it gets interesting. Without this certificate, you cannot proceed to court registration. So banking is not optional. It is part of the legal chain. Step 4 is court registration. Your company is submitted to the Croatian Commercial Court. This is the official authority that registers your company as a legal entity. Once approved, your company receives its registration number and becomes legally active. Now here's the moment everything becomes real. This is when your company officially exists in Croatia. Step 5 is tax registration. After incorporation, your company is registered with the tax authority. You receive a tax identification number, which is required for invoicing and operations. Now, let's pause here because this is important. Many beginners think they can start invoicing immediately after registration. But, depending on your business model, you may also need VAT registration. In Croatia, VAT registration is required once your turnover exceeds a threshold, which is currently around 40,000 euros. However, voluntary VAT registration is possible, and often useful, if you work with EU clients. Now here's a curiosity loop. In a minute, I will show you how long the entire process actually takes, and how experienced founders speed it up significantly. But first, let's talk about banking. Step 6 is opening a permanent business bank account. This account is used for all company transactions. Your share capital is transferred here, and your business operations run through it. Now here's a real-world example. Imagine Alex, a freelance web developer from India. He registers a Croatian DOO. He starts working with clients in Germany and Italy. He invoices through his Croatian company, receives payments in euros, and builds a legal European business presence. This is why Croatia is attractive. It offers EU access with a relatively simple company structure. Now let's talk about timing. In a smooth case, company registration in Croatia takes around 5 to 10 business days. But delays can happen if notarization or bank processing takes longer than expected. Now here's the key insight most people miss. The speed of registration is not about luck. It is about preparation. Clean documents mean fast approval. Now let's talk about cost. The cost of starting a company in Croatia includes notary fees, court registration fees, bank fees, and optional legal assistance. The total varies depending on whether you do it yourself or use professional services. But here's what really matters. The cost of mistakes is always higher than the cost of setup. A rejected application or missing document can delay your business significantly. Now let's move into ongoing obligations because this is where real responsibility begins. Once your company is active, you must maintain proper accounting. Croatia requires bookkeeping, financial statements, and tax filings. Even if your company has no revenue, compliance obligations still apply. Now here's a common mistake. Many beginners assume inactive companies do not need reporting. That is incorrect. Reporting is mandatory. This is why many foreign founders hire local accountants. It ensures compliance and avoids penalties. Now let's talk about VAT strategy again. If you are working with EU clients or planning to scale, VAT strategy becomes important early. But registering too early without understanding your structure can increase administrative burden unnecessarily. So timing is critical. Now here's the final insight before we wrap up. Croatia is not just a company registration destination. It is a gateway into the European Union business environment. Once your company is properly set up, you can operate across Europe with legal credibility and stable infrastructure. Now, let's quickly summarize everything. To start a company in Croatia in 2026, you choose a DOO or JDOO structure, secure a registered address, prepare notarized founding documents, open a bank account and deposit capital, register with the commercial court, obtain tax registration, and maintain ongoing accounting compliance. The biggest takeaway is simple. Croatia is easy when done correctly, but strict when done incorrectly. And now you have a complete roadmap from idea to fully operational Croatian company. If you found this guide useful, make sure to like the video, leave a comment with your questions, and subscribe. In upcoming videos, I will break down how to scale an EU-based company, including tax optimization, banking strategies, and client acquisition systems that work in 2026.